So that was Joy to the World by Combichrist, featuring the mellifluous tones of the convicted serial killer Charles Manson. Unsurprisingly, the proposed talk title of Combichrist yielded this tweet. If you're not up on your internet acronyms, this reads, "Oh my fucking god, Dom." To which I can only say, wrong track, because it's that kind of album. Instead, I'm going to counter with what the actual fuck, because in the nicest possible way, fuck off. Which may seem a bit harsh, but we've got 4,000 years worth of history to go through here, and I've got 5 minutes, so corners are going to be cut while we delve into the depths of the Winterval Religi break. These days, Christmas is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Coca-Cola Company, Hallmark, Cadbury's, and it would appear The Pack. This butter is bought in November, and the product information is smaller than a single word, which is basically implying that Joy to the World is purchased. Of course, it's not always been that way. Originally, the church got their grubby hands on it and decided to sort of co-opt what the pagans had in order to supplant paganism, which makes me laugh because while Christmas is baffed all over the Western world, we, in all its glory, we sort of hide it behind euphemisms like the hot sauce festive talks and the holiday season. It's almost like the insanity has become too much to bear, and we're now ashamed to admit it, but if we do bring this up, we get called a Grinch and a Scrooge, and there's humbug. You must conform, or people will say, cheer up, Dom, it's Christmas. To which I say, fuck off. I get it, it's the middle of winter, it's dark, we're cold, it's been raining since fucking September. We want cheering up, so we've invented this sort of festival so we can get together and celebrate. The intention is fantastic. The execution is somewhat lacking. And if you love Christmas and all it stands for, please continue to do so. But also remember that happiness is not mandatory. And for some of us, this is a time of acute pain. What should just be a single day that we have to endure has now become 3 fucking months. And if you turn around and say, oh, but it's Christmas, cheer up, I will fucking punch you. So, I mean, I celebrate Christmas in my own way. This is my Christmas box. It's small because it only contains the good things from Christmas, and it's empty because my wife does not understand about the Christmas box. So my wife is one of these people who loves Christmas, or at least professes to love it. She is a true believer of the whole 12 weeks of Christmas. The Christmas decorations for her are literally shiny baubles aimed to apply some kind of joy to the season until the 6th of January, when they all get ripped down and thrown in the Christmas box. And last year it seems that my Christmas box was used for putting votives in, so it was emptied, and I'm still trying to find the contents. It should contain things like this. These are handmade Christmas decorations that celebrate the good things. I started in 2003 after a spate of literally 21 years of shitty Christmases, and the frequency of editions has got better over recent years because I have become more choosy about who I spend Christmas with and who I generally spend my life with. And it's not all plain sailing. The discovery of the desecration of the small Christmas box left me feeling very, very down and quite low. Something my wife did not understand because they're just decorations. Except in my case, they're not. They're little memories that I can get out once a year and sort of go back and reminisce on some of the good things that have happened. And then because it's dark and it's miserable, and because we all need cheering up, I want to go and do the things that make me happy on Christmas. But I'm not allowed to, because it turns out the Joy to the World is done in a prescribed fashion, and one that is geared up to create stress and arguments. My ideal Christmas is to sit by myself with some chocolate and some nice food and play computer games. I'm happy to buy the game, the chocolate and the food, and the gift for me is to be able to sod off and sit by myself. I'm willing to compromise and sort of come out at lunchtime and maybe sit with the family at that point, but just that little bit, that's my perfect Christmas. And I suspect there are many others out there who have non-standard desires for their perfect Christmas. So this year, let's stop, let's listen, let's actually ask people what would bring them joy to the world. And then maybe finally we can all have a very merry winter solstice.